Mic check, test 1 2. Mic check, test 1 2. All right, good deal.
Mic test 1 2 3 1 2 3. Dallas Sidekicks Soccer.
What's going on, Cookie?
Cookie, it's always good to hear your voice.
From the Allen Event Center, it's the Dallas Sidekicks season finale as they welcome the Ontario Fury. The Fury and the Sidekicks played a thrilling overtime game in their last meeting, and we expect more excitement here tonight. I'm Pete Stein along with Deb Reeves. Glad you could be with us on Spectrum Sports. And this is an Ontario team playing their second of 3 games in 3 days. They went to El Paso last night and rallied from a 4-0 deficit to get a victory, keeping their playoff hopes alive.
Yeah, they got the win. They had to get the first one. They got it, and now they're here tonight, and they have all to play for tonight.
This is a Sidekicks team that is coming off a pretty difficult road game, losing 21-2 at Sonora. That's not the way they want the season to end. They really like to put a good performance on the field tonight.
Yeah, they really would. I mean, really a tough performance on the road, but they got the legs underneath them now. They're rested. They got one more match tonight. We expect a good performance from them tonight.
Hoping to snap a 3-game losing streak. Taking a look at the man that they'll have to stop tonight, it's the number 9 for Ontario, and that's Leonardo de Oliveira.
Yeah, Leonardo, I mean, the typical Brazilian. I mean, we know the Brazilians can play the indoor game, and he's a terrific player. He's going to be fun to watch tonight.
He leads the team in both goals and assists with 21 goals and 16 assists. This will be his 17th appearance tonight. Meanwhile, for the Dallas Sidekicks, adding insult to injury last week was the loss of Cameron Brown. They've got to find a place to find goals without him, and maybe that's Vic Moore Leagueway.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can really replace Cam, but Vic Moore's had a good outbreak season this year, so he's going to be a handful from Ontario tonight.
Leagueway wearing the number 20. He has scored 20 goals so far this season, and the Sidekicks have other goal scorers with Nestor Hernandez back in the fold, and maybe a chance for Jamie Lovegrove to really light up the scoreboard tonight.
Yeah, and I think the points will come. I mean, they're going to get their chances, they're going to score their goals, but I think it's probably going to be more on the defensive end for the Sidekicks tonight to keep it tight in the back.
And what's been really important at home, the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the fourth quarter has been pretty tough for the Sidekicks this year, so if they can keep it tight through 3 and put a solid performance in the fourth quarter together, I think we'll have a good result tonight.
Dallas seeking their 6th win on their home floor tonight as they host Ontario, and the kickoff is coming up next on Spectrum Sports.
Welcome back, guys. It was a down-to-the-wire match the last time these two teams met. Ontario came away victorious 11-10 in overtime, and Cameron Brown led the way for Dallas, scoring 2 clutch goals. Unfortunately, he will not be playing tonight due to injury, so the Sidekicks will have to readjust their offensive game plan. Dallas is also going to have to find a way to slow down the red-hot Fury, who just won 2 important road games as they push for the playoffs. Pete?
Whitley, and this game very important for Ontario, playing these 3 games in 3 days. A sweep of those 3 games would keep their playoff hopes alive as they're battling there in the Pacific Division with Tacoma, and Tacoma, a team that we've seen here at the Allen Event Center. And Dallas has played a lot of close games this year. They're 1-4 in 1-goal games. If they could have just turned that around, Dallas would be in playoff contention.
Yeah, we talked about it in pregame. I mean, just the fourth quarter has been a nightmare for the Sidekicks this season. So if they can put 4 good quarters defensively together, they really have a good chance tonight.
And another challenge here tonight coming in the form of this Ontario Fury. 21 goals, as Whitley said, combined the last time these two teams played. And when we last saw Dallas play here at the Allen Event Center, they were scoring in double digits. So wouldn't be a surprise to see a high-scoring game here tonight.
Well, yeah, I hope we don't. I mean, I think Dallas is going to have to keep it down to single digits if they really want to win. If they get into a shootout with Ontario, I think it may be lights out for the Sidekicks, but we'll see.
We talked a little bit about it at the top, but with Cameron Brown out, and he's been such a focal point for this team throughout the course of this season, how did the Sidekicks overcome his loss?
Well, Vic Moore up top is going to be huge for him. He's really going to step up, and then, Ricardinho, we'll see what he can do. I mean, he's going to have to get forward a little bit more, but it's going to be a great matchup. Sidekicks, I mean, last match of the season is fan appreciation night here at Allen Event Center, so all to play for, and they have a nice crowd on hand.
The Sidekicks come in here tonight ranked 11th on the power play, converting just 36.2% of the time. We're used to seeing the Sidekicks do a little bit better than that with the man advantage.
Yeah, that's not a very good ratio for as far as the Sidekicks history is concerned. And unfortunately, you don't know what that comes down to. Just execution in that power play or what have you. But they got to do a little bit better with that aspect tonight.
They are 6th in the league at killing penalties, killing off just about 65% of the penalties that they face.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good ratio there as far as killing off the penalties. But, with Ontario, you don't want to get in those situations where you have to kill off those penalties.
Yeah, and this is an Ontario team that's converted over 43% of their power plays, 13 of 30 this season. And they're 11th at killing penalties, just killing 55% of the penalties they faced this year. Again, they're playing the second game of 3 in 3 days. This is not an easy league to play in. The schedule is brutal, and they're going through that. The Sidekicks went through it earlier this year. Do you approach this game tonight any differently, knowing you've got a third game coming up tomorrow?
Well, I think the coaches probably have to sit back and defend and get everybody behind the ball. Don't let the game get spread out. Don't go chasing balls that are just useless balls to chase. Save your legs. Keep it close through 3 quarters, then you can get going forward in the fourth.
You're watching Juan Gamboa stretch out. He'll be in goal tonight for the Sidekicks. He's been stopping nearly 71% of the shots that he's faced, and he's got a pretty respectable goals against average of 5.59.
Yeah, he's done a nice job this year. I mean, the long history of the Sidekick goalkeepers, I mean, he's putting his place in the history books as well. He's had a nice season.
So we're just about ready to get this one started. The Sidekicks in the traditional green kit tonight at home, and the Fury in black, and they will be kicking off. Mesa de Abreu will kick off as we get the season finale for the Sidekicks underway at the Allen Event Center in front of an enthusiastic crowd here tonight in Allen. Despite the Sidekicks' struggles, the fan base has been enthusiastic throughout the course of the season.
Always a strong fan base here for the Sidekicks. They always show up. Great fans here in Dallas. Come out and support the Sidekicks year after year.
Sidekicks coming in with a record of 7-12. Ontario 9-8. The Sidekicks have been eliminated from playoff contention. Ontario still has a chance to make it to the postseason. They would play San Diego in the first round if they can make it. They've been scoring 7 goals a game and giving up 6.7. The Sidekicks scoring 6.8, allowing 6.9, another indicator of how many close games this team has been in. They come in with a goal differential of -2. They had a pretty respectable goal differential until that 19-point loss last week at Sonora.
Yeah, you don't know really what happened last week on that road trip, but that's all behind them now.
Gamboa trying to send it up the left side. It gets headed over the glass. It was intended for Carlos Videla. Dallas will get a free kick from the boards put in play by Clark Benning. And Benning is one of the young players who's shown a lot of promise this year.
Yeah, I like Benning coming out, getting some game time tonight. I like to see some of the young players get some minutes tonight on the turf just to see what they can do and see if they can maybe possibly get a head start on earning a roster spot for next season.
Back to Gamboa. He pushes it close to halfway, plays it to the feet of Videla, and Videla lays it back, and that's Cody Ellis, who's been terrific all season long. Tony G plays it to the left side, and it's sent back to Gamboa by Benning. Gamboa gets to halfway, chips it to the corner, Videla will play it off the boards in the corner, holding the ball for Dallas. And now he'll send it back to the center circle for Ritter, who's come on strong here in the second half of the season.
Yeah, Ritter just gave him a bit of a tough ball to handle there on that far side. The ball was bouncing.
Ritter getting it back to Gamboa, who feels a little pressure. Plays to Benning, who switches it to Ritter. Ritter approaching his own line, lays it back to Gamboa, who chips it across halfway, and then it's off the chest of Kim. Snagged out of the air by Gamboa, who rolls into the feet of Benning. Dallas with the early possession, and this is what Simone Moses likes to see.
Yeah, I like it. They get Gamboa a little bit more involved than I've seen in the past. Him with the ball at his feet, coming across the white line, just using him as an extra attacker. And I like the way they're using this, but we have to find a target player up top to find. That's Vic Moore up top.
And Alegwe's been a good target player for the Sidekicks so far this season. Plays this one along the corner boards, draws a double team. Alegwe trying to work his way into the area is dispossessed. It's a 50-50 ball at midfield, and that gets played by Nestor Hernandez. Now Ricardinho back to Hernandez. Switch to the left side for Benning. His shot is blocked, and this is going to come all the way back to Gamboa. Hernandez to Ricardinho. One-touch pass into space. Intercepted before Hernandez can catch up to it, and the Fury build an attack. Gonzalez crosses the line, played into the area, deflected, and it is controlled by the Sidekicks. TJ Nelson has it, trying to get out of his own end. Buried in his own corner on the near side as he's marked by Chico. Nelson dribbles it across his own line, gets into neutral territory, now plays it back to Ricardinho across his own goal mouth, and then misplayed off the wall, and the shot goes over the glass. The first shot of the game for the Fury comes from Chico Cordero.
They're just a little sloppy there in the back by the Sidekicks, trying to get it out. They're trying to, sometimes it's just to get a boot, get it out. You can't be pretty all the time. And that was a situation they just need to get the ball out.
Ritter crosses halfway and then lays it back for Lovegrove. His first touch of the game, chipped to Ritter, played off the wall, whiffed on it. In the area, it's played by the Fury. Fury controlling their own end. Dallas elects not to make any changes here. Ellis pressures the ball for the Sidekicks. Kylie Couch, who has not seen a lot of playing time this year, on the field playing defense for Dallas, marking Tino Nunez. Kylie Couch, a veteran. A veteran's veteran.
I was just going to say, you better add another veteran for the first veteran. He is a veteran.
Here's a long ball dumped in the corner. Couch is marking there for the Sidekicks, but it is controlled by Nunez. A shot from distance sails over the goal off the right foot of Thiago Gonçalves.
Yeah, Kylie Couch just got caught there. The referee there on the sideline. Adam Garner caught him afterwards, and Kylie Couch kind of just a little extra shove after the ball was played through, and pretty soft for indoor standards.
Adam Garner is our senior official. Our fourth official is Jennifer Garner. It's a husband and wife team. Jim Mills and Collie Terry also officiating tonight's game. Cody Ellis deflects it out of the area, but it goes right back to Cisse, who chases it down. Back in neutral territory, and he'll send it all the way back to the keeper now, Joey Capinos.
We were talking about Kaylee Terry there, the official in the box. Her father, Kevin Terry, the old MISL official back in the day. So that comes from our historian, Alan Bothrop.
Alan's helped us out all season long. Appreciate all the work that he does as Benning wins the ball for Dallas. Stuck in his own corner, it squirts out to Ellis. He switches it, trying to find Nestor Hernandez, who can't catch up to it. It's sent in the direction of Gamboa, who scoops it up and throws to Jamie Lovegrove's head, and then it's sent over the wall in front of the Ontario bench.
Well, it's good distribution by Gamboa, but you don't want to throw it to the forward's head. You want to try to get that, to his feet.
Ontario with the restart. They play it to their keeper, Capinos, whose twin brother Jamie is a field player. Dallas will get this restart.
And when Gamboa threw that head ball, I just had flashbacks from Joe Papaleo and Tattoo back in the day. And Tattoo would have been having to go, but Papaleo would have been giving it back to him. And a flashback.
I can't imagine that.
Get it to my feet, Tattoo would say.
How many times have we heard Tattoo say that?
5'3". What do you want me to do with the ball in my head?
Benning in the center circle plays it to Nelson in front of the Dallas bench. 9.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Still waiting on the game's first goal. Gamboa, the Sidekicks keeper, sends it up the middle and finds the feet of Videla, but then Videla sends it back to Nelson. Nestor Hernandez to Videla, trying to control it, does so. Side boots it back to the center circle for Nelson. To Gamboa. Dallas dominating possession. Gamboa rolls it right up the middle to the top of the arc. Videla with a left-footed shot. It's parried away by the keeper, Capinos. And Ontario trying to get out of their own end.
Yeah, nice number by Videla there. Just quick little turn, left-footed shot.
De Oliveira. Haven't seen much of him. He's their leading scorer. Creates an opportunity here, but Gamboa is there to make a sliding block and send it to the corner where it's recovered by Reyes. And Reyes lifts this one up into the hands of Gamboa. Nelson looks upfield for a target as Ricardinho comes off the bench. He's got time and space up the middle as the Fury wait back in their own end. Alegwe at the top of the arc, holds it. Plays it to the corner for Benning. Intercepted at the top of the arc. And here come the Fury on a counterattack. And the ball is lost by Reyes. Benning gets it to Ricardinho, who finds Alegwe. Alegwe chases it to the corner. Gets off a shot that's partially deflected, and it's a routine save then for Capinos. Fury with possession, less than 8 minutes to play in the first quarter, and a scoreless tie in the Sidekicks season finale. Alegwe marking for the Sidekicks as Jamie Capinos plays it back to his twin brother, the keeper Joey. And Joey drives it into the corner. TJ Nelson there for Dallas, but not able to get it away from Chico, who plays it to the top of the arc where Alegwe deflects it to Ricardinho. Couch plays it ahead for Alegwe. Alegwe through the referee's circle, switches it to the right side. Ritter with a right-footed shot, comes back his direction, taken away by Chico. Chico crosses halfway. Cisse with possession. Trying to get it to Reyes, and Ricardinho puts it in the Dallas bench area.
Yeah, just tired legs by Ricardinho there. He didn't want that shot taken by Ritter. Just wanted to play a little bit more possession. That forces the older veteran to cut back and play that ball into the bench.
So a timeout at the Allen Event Center with 7 minutes to play. It's a scoreless tie.
Methodist McKinney Hospital is the official and exclusive hospital for the Dallas Sidekicks. Our mission is to provide quality and compassionate care for our patients. Heath?
All right, thanks a lot. Dallas out shooting Ontario 4-2 here in the first quarter, but neither team has managed to get on the board. But I got to think that Simone Bozes is pretty happy with the way things have unfolded here in the opening 8 minutes.
Yeah, I suspect he is. I mean, I think possession-wise, they probably had about 80% of the possession as well. So, that's the one thing you just want to be careful with this Ontario team who played last night is they're going to sit back, but you can't give away cheap possession. You give away cheap possession, you take a shot on goal that comes off the frame hard, they're going to counter pretty quick.
It's the 20th and final game of the season for the Sidekicks. Coming into this game with a 7-12 record. It's the 780th game in franchise history. The Sidekicks have won 424 of those games, giving the franchise a .544 winning percentage.
It's pretty nice, Pete.
4 championships in the history of the Sidekicks, and trying to build back up to that level, but it's been a rough couple of seasons.
It has. It really has been. I mean, the new ownership group, they got a late start last year with the Sidekicks as far as the marketing, but then this year they put a lot of effort into it, and they had a pretty good result at the gate, but just haven't really turned it around on the field. I don't know. Maybe it's the green, Pete. Maybe they should go back to the purple uniforms.
Well, they've won 3 championships in the purple and 1 in the green. And they've gone back to the green kits this year, and it's been very popular among the fan base.
It has, but I wore purple, so I'm gonna stick with the purple.
You know what? And I'm right on the fence because I like both.
There you go.
I like both kits, but it's been fun to see him in the old green this year. They've got Ellis, Couch, Hernandez, and Videla on the floor right now, along with Jamie Lovegrove. But it's Ontario that has possession. And it's the keeper, Capinos, beyond halfway, trying to send it inside the Dallas line, blocked by Kylie Couch. Videla, in a battle along the boards, gets pushed down by Reyes, and that draws the whistle.
Yeah, good defensive work there. Coming back, winning the ball.
So the foul on Reyes gives the Sidekicks a free kick. On their side of halfway in neutral territory, Cody Ellis plays it back to the keeper, Gamboa. Kylie Couch looking upfield, lays it back to Gamboa, stays in front of the Dallas bench. Trying to force the Fury to come defend. Ellis has it now. Ellis got his shirt tail tugged on there by Nunez, sends it to the corner left side. A double team, and Videla's not able to control the ball, and it comes out to Nunez for the Fury, as the Fury have possession and make wholesale changes.
Yeah, you'd expect Ontario would make pretty quick changes tonight. Having played last night, pretty quick shifts.
Fell behind 4-0 in El Paso last night, came back and won that game 6-5. El Paso scoring a late goal in that game. Videla wins the ball for Dallas. Finds Nestor Hernandez moving up the left channel. Hernandez nearly turned it over. Somehow the Sidekicks maintain possession, but now TJ Nelson catches de Oliveira's elbow in his mouth as the Fury control. Nunez back to the keeper, Capinos. Capinos drives the ball. Gets chested down by de Oliveira, who's being marked by Nestor Hernandez. 21 goals and 16 assists for the number 9, and had that one deflected and missed just wide. Then it gets poked away from Juno Kim. Oliveira has possession for the Fury. They have not enjoyed much of the possession here in the first quarter. Elenas gives it off as he runs to the bench. De Abreu controls, and now De Abreu lays it back and goes to the bench. And you're right, Dev. The Fury going with very short shifts here.
Yeah, they're keeping it extremely short, which is very smart. Right now they're doing a very nice job of keeping possession.
Capinos plays it to the top of the arc. Turning and shooting with the left foot is Chico, and it's grabbed by Gamboa. He rolls it to the feet of Ritter. Ritter played collegiately at Furman and then went to Europe for a short time before joining the Sidekicks last year. Gamboa sending it in the direction of Benning.
Yeah, that's the Achilles heel right there for the Dallas Sidekicks all season long. Getting the ball out of the back and just not getting it out cleanly and giving away possession.
Yeah, that's the thing that's been driving Simone Moses crazy this year. Nelson dribbles out of the back for Dallas. From behind, Kim not able to make the tackle. Nelson maintains possession. Gets support from Benning moving up the left flank. Gets inside the line and then bounces it off the inboards through the area to the right side and out to Nestor Hernandez, who finds TJ Nelson. Tony Guillen has it now for Dallas. Nelson back to Guillen. Guillen's pass is deflected and taken away by Ontario. Capinos has it, marked by Benning. We've got 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Neither team has scored a goal. Dallas out shooting Ontario 4-2 in the early going. The leg away marking for Dallas as the ball's played up the right side. Hernandez not able to take the ball away from Nunez. This is Alex Caceres in the center circle, marked by a leg away.
Right now, Ontario's they're just fine playing possession. They're the team that played last night. They're just going to keep possession.
Hernandez on Nunez in the corner. Play back to the middle third. Comes to Cisse along the near boards. Nelson is there for Dallas. Cisse to the corner, puts it on frame, but it's cradled by Gamboa. Couch to Gamboa. Up the right boards to Ritter. Ritter sends it up the right side to Videla. Videla goes down, getting close to the area, and it's picked up by Capinos. And he rolls it to a defender as the Fury approach midfield. In the corner. Knocked down by the right boot of De Oliveira.
Two Brazilians going after each other right there in the corner, and Ricardinho said, "No, I've seen that move too many times, my friend."
Ritter will play this back to Gamboa. Ricardinho still in his own corner, sends it up the left wing side for Videla. Videla in front of the scorer's table, plays it to Ricardinho. Kylie Couch is back on the floor for Dallas. Gamboa calls for the ball, traps it with his left foot, sends it up the middle to Cody Ellis. Gamboa looking for a target. Videla runs toward the corner but gets beat to the ball. And the Fury control with less than a minute to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, Gamboa there just has to drive that ball to that corner, just drive it hard. His glass up there, if he overhits it, fine, it's coming back in play, but you leave it soft, Ontario's back down your throat.
Kylie Couch not able to get into the attacking third. Gamboa is uncontested as he scoops it off the turf. Rolls it to Ritter. Ricardinho. Nelson back to Gamboa. 25 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Well, a much better first quarter tonight for the Sidekicks than a week ago at Sonora when they gave up 9 goals. A franchise record they'd rather forget. Benning on the ball with time running out in the first quarter. 5 seconds remaining. Nelson has it. And Nelson content just to hold it. Time will run out on the Sidekicks. And we've come to the end of the first quarter at the Allen Event Center in the Sidekicks season finale. Hosting the Fury, who won the first meeting between these two teams 11-10 in overtime. We expected a high-scoring game. It's scoreless at the end of the first quarter. Dallas Sidekicks hosting the Ontario Fury tonight here at the Allen Event Center. Scoreless after 15 minutes. The Sidekicks are 1-4 this season when they fail to score in the first quarter. But it'll be the Sidekicks kicking off to begin the second quarter tonight. Videla and Jamie Lovegrove over the ball, and it's Videla playing it back to Kylie Couch. Ellis to the left of Couch receives the pass and gets it to Gamboa. Gamboa drives it diagonally along the ground to Videla. Poked away from Videla, but it's controlled by Ellis approaching the Ontario line. Plays it back to Nestor Hernandez. Hernandez nearly turned it over. De Abreu pressuring Gamboa now, who sends it straight up the chute. Going for the sidewinding volley was Chico. And here's Hernandez with time and space moving up the right side. Hernandez shoots and scores! Nestor Hernandez has given Dallas a 1-0 lead with 14:21 to play the second quarter.
Yeah, just really good work. Hernandez are on this right side. Just vintage Hernandez here. Takes the ball straight at the keeper, just finds the back post, drives it low, has no chance. See the frustration there, but again, Nestor Hernandez. That's vintage Nestor Hernandez right there.
Cisse not able to catch it from behind. Can't do it much better than that. Dallas outshot in the first quarter 5-3.
You know, and Nestor's doing it there on the offensive end, but one thing I've been impressed with tonight is how well he's done on the defensive end too. Many times he's found himself in the back defending, and as a coach, you gotta love that.
Pretty sure it was Dallas who had the 5 shots in the first quarter, and Ontario with 3. Ellis getting an assist on the Hernandez goal. The goal coming 39 seconds into the second quarter, and Dallas keeping the pressure on the Fury here. Ritter to Nelson. Legway is the target man. He's being marked there by Caceres. Ricardinho controls it. The one-touch pass to Nelson, who's unable to get through traffic. It's taken away by Reyes.
Nelson right there. You just don't want to dribble out of the back there. Just find a target player up front. No reason to turn that ball over in your own defensive third. You got Ontario pretty much on the ropes right now. If you can get another goal and kind of kill them off, since they played last night, they don't have much energy to try to come back from a 2-goal deficit.
An overlapping run by Capinos. It's backheel, the goal is open, and it is a 1-1 tie with 12:50 to play in the second quarter. Appeared to be miscommunication from the Sidekicks in the back.
Yeah, I think Nelson kind of got caught in possession again here in the back, unable to get this ball out, tried to play a nice little back ball to the keeper and unable to pull it off. I mean, again, these balls just need to get cleared.
De Abreu scores the goal. TJ Nelson trying that backheel pass to Gamboa. Would love to have that back.
Yeah, Gamboa has no fault on that goal whatsoever. Nothing he could do.
An unassisted goal has tied the game. 2:10 into the second quarter. Now, De Oliveira crosses the Dallas line, but it is quickly cleared out. Capinos controls to Gonsalves. Cisse can't get to it, but the Fury still control. Gonsalves with a shot that's blocked by Kylie Couch. He's been doing that for years. And here comes a breakaway for Lovegrove. To a leg way. Shot wide. Loose in front of the goal and cleared to the side to Cisse. De Oliveira sloppily turns it over with a bad pass. Nestor Hernandez controls for Dallas. Just under 12 minutes to play in the second quarter. Lovegrove got around the defender, but then lost possession, and Capinos sends it beyond halfway. Gamboa chested down and controls for the Sidekicks. Ritter, now Nelson, getting it from Videla. Lovegrove has it in front of the Dallas bench. Videla getting pushed a little bit. Ritter trying to split the defense and got tripped up. And the Sidekicks have a free kick in a dangerous spot.
Yeah, nice run by Ritter there. Gets to the ball first, gets clipped. The official right on top of it. Good opportunity here for the Sidekicks on a set piece. You see the tackle coming a little bit late. So Jamie Lovegrove on the ball.
He's got Benning to his left, Nelson to his right. He's got Videla on a post and Ritter on the other post. Now Ritter breaks toward the corner. The ball comes in the direction of Ritter, off the boards and cleared by the Fury. All the way to Gamboa, who's well beyond his line, leaving it for Lovegrove. Lovegrove races past Reyes across the Ontario line, and then Capinos dives on top of it. He rolls it to the feet of Caceres. Back to Capinos. Ball pass to Diabreu. And Lovegrove shoulders the man down. That's Elenas who draws the foul.
Yeah, Adam Garner, the official there on the far side, doesn't really have a good angle on that call to make that call. Lovegrove came straight back to win that ball.
10.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Each team scoring a goal early in the second. We're tied 1-1. Capinos at his own line, looks for a target. Finds a man. A one-timer and a goal. And scoring for Ontario is Chico Cordero, the forward. Nice give and go. Sets up the Ontario goal that gives them their first lead. 2-1 with 10:15 to play in the second quarter.
Yeah, just classic give and go here. Cordero just takes a rip with his right foot. That ball's traveling pretty fast. Gamboa maybe could have done a little bit better with it, but you just got to stay with your runners on those given goals. Can allow them to get that return ball.
Ricardinho restarts play from the center circle. Legway crosses the Ontario line, takes a shot, and immediately ties the game. Legway with the equalizer. It's 2-2 with 10:06 to play in the second quarter. That's the way to answer.
That's a nice quick answer by Legway there. Just uses his power and strength. As you see, just holds off the defender. Takes a good touch there. Just strikes the ball extremely well.
Thiago Gonçalves there defensively, but Legway was too much for him.
Yeah, Capinos there, the goalkeeper, was pretty slow getting down. But you got to love the response by the Sidekicks here.
That goal comes 9 seconds after the goal was scored by Chico Cordero.
Well, what's the old adage for coaches? You know, the first 2 minutes after a goal,
Right?
you know,
When's the best time to
you
score
scored
a goal?
Yeah,
Right after a goal.
You got to step it up a notch defensively. After you score a goal, 2 minutes are vital.
Couch in front of the Dallas bench. Switches the attack to Cody Ellis. Couch goes to the bench. Flying over the wall for the Sidekicks is Benning as he receives the pass. Ricardinho sends it back to Ellis. Chip to Legway. Traps it with the right foot. Turns, plays to Ricardinho. Talk about Couch being a veteran. Ricardinho's not far behind him. Gamboa sends it to Ellis. Redirects it right back to the keeper, who pushes it to halfway. Moves up the right side, Legway. At the top of the arc, being marked by Caceres. Plays it back to Lovegrove.
Good patience by Legway there, not giving that ball up, just trying to force something, keeping possession. There he is again, posting up.
Legway stands on the ball, runs into Lovegrove, and turns it over. Caceres, back to the keeper, Capinos. Merritt to Capinos. Merritt marked by Ellis. The keeper, Capinos, drives it all the way into the hands of Gamboa. Up the middle, it's rolled to the feet of Lovegrove. Now Gamboa finds Nelson. He's marked by Merritt. Benning sends it back to the keeper. Hernandez lets it go by. Videla has it. Leaves it for Nelson. Benning now has control of it. The Fury content to play back, and now they put some pressure on the ball with Reyes and force the turnover. Elena slips it toward the corner. Nelson is there for Dallas, battling Reyes as Gamboa picks it up. Nelson in his own end gets pressure from Reyes. Gets it to the keeper Gamboa, back to Nelson. Videla's the target man up top for Dallas as Nelson moves upfield. Videla at the top of the arc, not able to get a clean shot off. Benning gets pushed down in the corner, and that drew a whistle.
Benning does a nice job there in the corner, drawing that foul, making the official make a call.
Jim Mills making that call. Lovegrove will get a free kick in the corner.
Well, let's hope this set piece is a little bit better than the last one. Wouldn't mind see him take a timeout to set something up.
He set up Hernandez, who tried to drive it through traffic, and it's cleared by the Fury. Elena sends it to midfield. Gamboa is there for the Sidekicks. Benning up the middle. Videla gets shoved in the back, chases the ball down. In front of the scorers table, it's De Oliveira who has it. De Oliveira from distance, just over the crossbar. It comes right back to him. The Brazilian controls it, and then it's headed away by Nelson, who ends up on the turf as the whistle sounds. Dallas with a free kick out of their own end and a quick restart as Lovegrove gives it to Gamboa and gets it right back. Videla with the one-touch pass to Lovegrove, a little heavy with that first touch. And now it's Lovegrove who commits the foul.
You know, sometimes the Sidekicks are just a little bit much of a rush to get forward, too much energy trying to get forward to get a goal shot on goal. Sometimes there's better served is to sit on that ball and be a little bit more patient.
From the left wing, the right-footed shot from Capinos is easily handed by Gamboa. The comment you just made, we haven't heard that very often this year because the Sidekicks have played a lot of possession ball this year.
Well, they're very fortunate there. I mean, they're rushing forward to get forward, and at the same time, two defenders are going off on the change. And that ball turns over right there in that big rush, and they're left short-handed. And just got to be careful of those changes.
Ricardinho under pressure from Capinos. Gamboa waits for it, directs it to Kylie Couch. Ricardinho finds the target man, Alegwe. Alegwe trying to get around Caceres, unable to do so. Back to Nelson. Couch stands on it, plays to Ricardinho. Finds Ritter in the corner. To Ricardinho, to Alegwe, who shanked it. A golden scoring opportunity goes by the boards for the Sidekicks. 5:25 to play in the second quarter. All four goals scored in this period. It was Alegwe who equalized after the Fury took a 2-1 lead. 5:25 remaining in the first half. The Sidekicks in their season finale hosting the Ontario Fury. And the Sidekicks getting goals from Nestor Hernandez and Vicmore Oligwe. And it was De Abreu and Chico Cordero who scored goals for the Fury here in the second quarter.
We have a shot there of Oligwe there, resting there. He should have had his second of the night there just minutes ago. I think he was so impressed with the back flick by Ricardinho and that he just kind of relaxed and got underneath that ball and simply above the glass. But what a nice night for Oligwe, and what a nice year he's had.
Scoring his 21st goal here tonight. And one of the things Dallas really lacked last year was a good target man. And certainly they didn't have any depth at that position. Now with Oligwe they do have a little bit.
Yeah, he's been solid as a target player up top. They've done a nice job of finding him tonight, running off of him.
Dallas and Ontario each with 9 shots. Dallas out shooting Ontario 6-4 in the second quarter. Ricardinho has a shot block here, controlled by Ritter. Back to Ricardinho. Ellis gets it to Gamboa. They do miss Cam Brown, though, don't they?
They do. They do miss him in front of the goal. It was a big loss. We wish him the best with his surgery and his recovery time.
He's going to be out 8 to 10 months. Surgery coming in 2 weeks. Here's a shot through traffic. The Sidekicks finally have the keeper, Gamboa, grab hold of it, and he quickly flings it out to Videla on the right wing side. Ricardinho to Ellis. Videla getting pushed around by Merritt.
Videla there is just upset, unable to hold that ball up, screen the defender off of him, commits the foul.
Capinos comes across his own line, and he'll just play it short to Merritt. Back to Capinos. Ellis putting pressure on the ball. Capinos plays a wall pass, intercepted by Ricardinho. Gets it to Ellis. Ellis fires, and it's blocked. Comes back in the direction of Ricardinho, who heads it toward Ellis. Kim is in the middle of all that for the Fury. Kim trying to fend off Ellis, and it gets poked away by Merritt to midfield. And played off the wall to Gamboa. Gets to Ricardinho, marked by Nunez. Gamboa finds Benning. Kim comes up from behind to win the ball for the Fury. Kim crosses the Dallas line, shoots, and scores. So Kim has reclaimed the lead for the Fury as he finds the far side netting with a right-footed shot at the top of the arc, and the Sidekicks trail 3-2. Jeno Kim with his 3rd goal of the season, giving the Fury a 3-2 lead over the Dallas Sidekicks with 3:32 to play in the second quarter.
It's a nice clinical finish by Kim there. Strikes it right between the legs of Nestor Hernandez. Again, Nestor Hernandez getting caught back in the back defending someplace you really don't want him back there. It's more of a forward.
Legway kicking off for the Sidekicks. Play back to Nelson. Gamboa looking for a target. And instead, this will be knocked down by Gonsalves. A little miscommunication there. Gonsalves sends it up the right wing boards for De Oliveira. And then getting pushed down is Reyes. That's going to be a free kick for Ontario from the right wing.
Where again, I mean, Reyes just pulls him down, but it all starts again with that ball coming out of the back or the top. No target player up top to hold that ball, and Ontario's right back down the Sidekick's throat.
We'll have a meeting of the minds here among the officials. Adam Garner and Jim Mills.
The way I saw it, it should be 2 minutes and power play for Ontario here. He was on a clear breakaway, but I think they're discussing whether it should be a shootout. Is that what they're discussing?
Could be if it was a clear breakaway. They called a penalty here. It looks like it's going to be Tony Guillen going to the penalty box for holding.
And I think that's Guillen's first shift of the night, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he was in the first quarter.
Was he in the first quarter? Okay.
Not for very long. They'll spend 2 minutes in the penalty box here with 3:14 to play. It's the first power play opportunity of the night for the Fury. And it begins with a pass to De Oliveira. He plays it to the inboard to the left side, and it's sent over the glass. The Fury this season converting 43.3% of the time on the power play. That's fourth in the league. Syracuse is unbelievable. They're converting nearly 83% of the time with the man advantage. Meanwhile, Dallas is sixth in the league at killing penalties, doing so nearly 65% of the time. This is Caceres with time and space as Dallas drops back in a diamond formation here. The Fury with the man advantage. De Oliveira plays to the corner, off the wall in the area, and the shot is blocked. However, the Fury maintain possession, and they get it back to Caceres. Lovegrove out top defensively for Dallas. The header just misses. A diving header ricochets off the inboards and comes to the near side, and the Sidekicks clear it over the glass. It's Cody Ellis.
Yeah, some nice work there by Couch, and also Ritter with that initial block. Couch comes in with that sliding block, as you'll see here on the replay. There's diving header at the back post. Couch comes in.
De Oliveira from the top of the arc scores the goal with a man advantage, giving the Fury a 4-2 lead with 2:23 to play in the second quarter.
But you kind of want to see on this replay, see how this wall's set up. It's in the right spot because he just hits it. He doesn't have his right foot, bends it around.
Ontario now 14 of 31 on the power play this season. The Sidekicks have killed 24 of 38. Giving up their 14th power play goal, falling behind by 2.
So De Oliveira is a some player.
Keep in mind that the Sidekicks have not done well this year when trailing at the half. Nestor Hernandez to Kylie Couch. The power play goal comes at 12:37 of the second quarter.
For the Sidekicks right now, you don't want to go away from your game plan. You just want to keep playing with the way you got here. Plenty of time left. Stick with what you got you your 2 goals, and you've had plenty of chances.
Couch with a step over move. Trying to lay it off to Nelson. Couch keeps it inside the attacking third for the Sidekicks. Nelson has it now. Tried to play it to Couch, who was going over the wall, but Nelson got back to it. Ricardinho in the center circle. Plays it to Alegwe. He volleys it back out to Ricardinho. Sidekicks trying to settle things down here with 1:20 to play in the second quarter. trailing 4-2. Olegwe chases this one into the corner. He's double teamed. Cisse pokes it away from Olegwe. Fury trying to get control of it. Cisse knocks it back to midfield. Gamboa is there for Dallas with 1 minute to play in the half. Ricardinho to Olegwe. Olegwe taken down. Cisse turns it over to Nelson. Cabinos controls inside the area for the Ontario Fury. Timeout taken here, stopping the clock with 46 seconds to play. So the Sidekicks, trailing by 2 goals, had a 1-0 lead in this game, fell behind 2-1, tied the game at 2, and have given up the last 2 goals. And all 6 goals in this game have come in this second period. We were scoreless after the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, things really opened up here in the second period, especially for Ontario, just taking advantage of some defensive miscues by the Sidekicks.
Ontario trying to extend a winning streak to 3 games with a victory here tonight, trying to keep their playoff hopes alive as they battle in that Pacific Division with Tacoma for second place behind San Diego. They've been averaging just 7 goals a game. They've got 4 here in the first half against the Sidekicks, including a power play goal.
Well, the next goal is going to be vital for either team. I mean, that's really going to be a really vital goal for whoever, whether it happens here in the next 46 seconds or whether first goal in the third period.
There's a look at Cam Brown. He's got that torn ACL. Scored in 26 consecutive games, setting a Dallas Sidekicks record. A remarkable streak for Cam Brown.
Yeah, it really is. It was an unbelievable streak for him. Just really bad luck with the injury, but he will be back.
We had a chance to talk to him before the game tonight, and very optimistic, keeping a positive attitude, said, you know, it's just part of the game. I think in general, the Sidekicks are ready to hit the reset button and come back next season. If they'd like to finish strong with a victory tonight, they've got a 3-game losing streak. They certainly don't want to end on that note. As Olegwe battles along the boards inside the Ontario line, feeds one through the area, and then a shot and a goal for Ritter with 20.7 seconds remaining. Ritter scores his first goal tonight and makes it a 1-goal game. Ritter's been coming on strong for the Sidekicks.
Well, I see Ligwe, they play that ball across. Ritter does a nice job of dipping that shoulder. Once they let the defender bite, goes past him, strikes it with the instep of his right boot. And they get a really nice finish, and that's a vital goal here going into the halftime. And again, good work by Ligwe there, finding him on the far side.
It's the 9th of the season for Ritter. Olegwe getting the assist, and that's his 7th assist of the year. Gamboa sends it deep in the direction of Nestor Hernandez. Can Dallas get one more shot off before the horn sounds? Olegwe settles the ball, plays it to the top of the arc, but it's intercepted there by Gonzalez, and time runs out. We played 1 half of indoor soccer at the Allen Event Center tonight. The Dallas Sidekicks hosting the Ontario Fury in the Sidekicks season finale. Olegwe assisting Ritter on the 3rd goal for the Sidekicks, who had fallen behind 4-2, but go to the locker room down 4-3 against the Fury when they played earlier this season. It took overtime. The Fury won it 11-10. We might be in for some fireworks in the second half. Let's hear from Simone Moses. Here's Whitley Pleasant.
Coach, you're without your leading scorer tonight. Did that change the way you were going to approach this game at all?
Of course. You know, I think Cameron just adds to the long list of season injuries that we had. Luckily, we had him for almost the majority of the season. But yeah, I mean, you have to change the way because we have different players.
And you see that this team can score pretty fast, but you can too. What do you guys need to do in the second half to ultimately slow them down?
I think that what we need to do is always our game. When we execute our game is when we get the lift on every team. You know, we talk to the other teams too as well. They tell us how hard it is to play against us, but we just lack in the component that I think missed the whole season, which is the experience element and the kill element that we need to finish games and finish quarters up.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck in the second half. Pete?
So Ontario out shooting Dallas 10-7 as we go to intermission here at the Allen Event Center. The Fury have a 4-3 lead over the Dallas Sidekicks, who are hoping to improve their home record to 6-4 with a victory tonight. Welcome back to the Allen Event Center, where it's halftime. Joining us now is Jamie Lovegrove of the Dallas Sidekicks. He's become a fan favorite here. And Jamie, you've had personally a really successful season, a prolific goal scorer again this season. It's been kind of a tough year for the Sidekicks. How is it in the room right now?
I think in the locker room, going after knowing we're out of playoffs and now getting to juice it in each game is take it as we play now. So the locker room's downstairs. The boys are ready to play tonight, and that's for sure. We've put a tough loss behind us, and we're going to forget about that as quickly as we can. And as I say, the locker room's got the music on. Everybody's buzzing. It's the last game of the season. We want to put a show on for the fans tonight.
We were talking earlier. There's been a lot of close games this year, and if you could just turn that around, then all of a sudden this team's in playoff contention. What's the key going forward to the Sidekicks winning those close games?
I think we have to, in those games, we have to identify a guy that may be the go-to guy for us. We've got a lot of great players on the team. Cameron Brown has had a fantastic year this year, and hope he has a speedy recovery. Nestor Hernandez is obviously back, and he's a go-to guy for us. So we have the caliber of players to get those games done. It's just, I think this year has just been one of those years where we could still be out there now, and it would still be a one game to the other team, and so on and so on. But that's why we play the sport. That's why we love the sport. Those games are the games that we want to play in every week if we can, but we have to be on the winning side in the future.
Well, you mentioned Cameron, and we've talked about it tonight. It had to be heartbreaking to see him go down on the road last week. Yeah,
it was devastating. Since Cameron's been part of the team, and obviously he played a little bit on his own last year without any of the guys that was in the seasons the previous years. And we've got a great bond between me and Cam. we do a lot of stuff outside of the Sidekicks together. We try and get together with families and stuff like that. And I honestly was almost close to tears when he went down, because he actually went down the first time and everyone was like, okay, like he's going to come back and he'll be okay. And the second time it was just like, wow, you know, that's it for him. And you know, knowing Cameron, I think this will be his 8th surgery or something ridiculous like that. So he's done it before. He'll come back even stronger, even fitter, even faster, even better this time round, hopefully for us.
Which is amazing, and it's been so much fun to watch his progress as a player over the last few years. And in the middle of a career year, it's still a career year for Cameron Brown.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot of things that Cameron done in the first 2 or 3 seasons when the Sidekicks was actually back that nobody has any clue he was doing. He was actually the kit man sometimes. He was doing our laundry as players. And to have one of your teammates go from that to being the record that he broke this year was obviously tattoos. And to have the year he's had already, he's blessed. He truly is blessed to be part of what we've got here, and we're great to have him, you know, to do what he's done this year. The goals he scored, some of the goals he scored have been ridiculous. Like, nobody humanly should score goals like he has. And he's done great. So yeah, it's very sad, but you know, we must go on tonight without him, and he'll be here, he'll be around the stadium somewhere doing what Cameron does best. So
one of the things that's been fun is you guys have played pretty well at home this year. Coming into tonight, 5-4 at home. Your last 2 home games, you really played well offensively. It's got to be nice when you have those kind of games.
Yeah, it is nice, and you know, we spoke about it a little bit before, and you know, we want to put on a show tonight for the fans, and that's the most important thing that I think at times this season, especially away games, we haven't done ourselves justice. But the home games is where it counts. You know, that's where your fan base comes, and these fans have been great all season long and bearing with us over the last couple of years, even from my first year to where we're at now. The fans are absolutely amazing, and we couldn't be here without those guys. So.
And you've been a fan favorite here, and I know fans were disappointed when you were away from the team there for a while. It seems like you got a really nice reception when you came back. Yeah,
it was great. It was great to be back. When I originally came back at the start of last season to get ready to play, it was, I'm not going to play this week, I'm not going to play this week, I'm not going to play this week. But to be back to play this year I've been waiting for the moment since I was back home, and it's great. I love playing here, I love being a part of the team, and I can't thank anyone else more than enough.
Earlier you mentioned all the goal scorers that the Sidekicks have, Nestor Hernandez, yourself, Cameron Brown. Is there enough balls to go around for all you guys?
We jokingly talk about that sometimes, but you know, it's a team game. If I'm one-on-one and Nestor's back post on his own, I'll give him the ball and he'll finish it, and it doesn't matter. And we've joked about it, and there's always side bets and stuff like that going on in the changing room. But you know, we want to do what's best for the team, and to have the power that we could have the end of this season going into next season with a decent preseason around us again, we can only be better next year. It can only get better.
And what's really exciting is there's a lot of good young players that we've seen an improvement from over the course of this season.
Yeah, one of the players that's done really well this year is Clint Ritter. He's gone from defense to playing in midfield, and I thought the first couple of seasons someone called me the Energizer Bunny, but that kid runs and he doesn't stop running, and he's had a great year so far, but now he's set a standard for him next year. You know, he has to come back and do a little bit more, and you know, there's a whole bunch of guys in that locker room that are upset at the way how the season's gone, but are hungry to get back next year.
Jamie Lovegrove, always fun to have you here. Always fun to watch you down on the pitch, and we look forward to seeing you again next season.
Thank you very much.
That's Jamie Lovegrove with the Dallas Sidekicks, and Sidekick Soccer continues after this on Spectrum Sports. Sidekicks could use Mr. Defense here tonight. Mike Powers enjoying the game as the Ontario Fury have a 4-3 lead over the Sidekicks. Pete Stein along with Dev Reeves here at the Allen Event Center for the season finale. The Sidekicks coming into the game with a 7-12 record, down by 1 here at the half, and the Sidekicks 1-4 in one-goal games this season, hoping to find a way to win a close one at home in the season finale.
Yeah, that goal is vital there into this second period. They're getting 1 goal behind here going into the third period. The momentum's on their side, and right now they're really playing well. They're not giving up too many easy goals there in the back, so it's going to be a very entertaining second half.
Well, this is our final Sidekicks broadcast of the season, but we've got more soccer coming up for you as we take a look at the MASL scoreboard. The Harrisburg Heat leading the Florida Tropics 3-2. San Diego and Sonora in a scoreless tie. San Diego on top of the Pacific Division, and it is San Diego that this Ontario team is hoping to see in the playoffs, but Ontario has to sweep these 3 games in 3 days. They won last night in El Paso. They play at Chicago tomorrow, and then they have to hope that Tacoma loses in order to make that date with San Diego. I mentioned we have more soccer coming up for you in the not too distant future here on Spectrum Sports. We've got the TAP State Championship games coming up during that first week of March, on March 8th and 9th. And then, of course, Fat Tuesday is coming up here. That means we're 40 days from Easter. That means we're 33 days away from Dallas Cup. And we should have another great tournament. We were talking to Gordon Jago earlier tonight. He's here watching the Sidekicks, as he is for most games. And he was saying that in every age bracket, in every division, they have at least one foreign team. They had 400 teams that applied to get to Dallas Cup. They accept 200, and of course, we'll have coverage of the Gordon Jago Super Group as the tournament will begin at the Cotton Bowl. We'll pick up our coverage that Wednesday night, the final day of group play, and then we'll have the semifinals for you. Then we'll have the finals from all ages on that Easter weekend. It's become a great tradition, and it's always fun to bring it to you as the tournament will wrap up that final weekend from Frisco at the home of FC Dallas.
Yeah, if you're a soccer fan here in the Metroplex area, I mean, I really would wish you'd come out and see some of these young talented kids play. I mean, absolutely the future of the soccer on the world stage. I mean, we've seen the number of players come through, the Wayne Rooney's of the world, the Beckhams of the world, come through the Dallas Cup. And it's just, in my opinion, some of the best youth soccer is played in the entire world.
And a lot of people, even people beyond us, think that it may be the very best youth tournament in the United States, if not the world. And that's not hyperbole. That's
No.
A lot of people think that it's just the best youth tournament, and we can't wait for it. And like I say, it's coming up. It'll kick off in about 35 days. We've got the second half of this match coming up from the Allen Event Center. The Fury leading the Sidekicks 4-3. Dallas trying to end a 3-game losing streak and pick up their 6th win at home tonight. And our coverage of Sidekick Soccer continues on Spectrum Sports. Ontario Fury with a 4-3 lead over the Dallas Sidekicks with the second half coming up here at the Allen Event Center. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first 30 minutes of action here. It was a scoreless first quarter. Cisse getting that shot on frame, but Gamboa making the routine save. Nestor Hernandez early in the second quarter broke through and gave the Sidekicks a 1-0 lead. A turnover here on a TJ Nelson backheel pass to Gamboa led to a De Abreu goal. Alegwe fires one off the post here. Jamie Lovegrove gets time and space, but unable to get off a clean shot. Kim with the pass to the top of the arc that set up that goal for Chico. But Alegwe came right back just 9 seconds later and scored the equalizer as it was 2-2. Gamboa with a save on that shot coming from the wing. But Kim scores the goal here that gives the Fury a 3-2 lead, and then De Oliveira scoring on the power play, a free kick from the top of the arc to make it 4-2. And then in the final minute, Ritter scored his 9th goal of the season for the Sidekicks. That makes it a 1-goal game. As you take a look, 25 shots in the first half, 15 for the Fury, including 11 on goal. And you take a look at the foul. We had one power play, and that was for the Fury, and they took advantage of that opportunity. The Sidekicks have not had the man advantage here through the first half. So the Sidekicks find themselves down a goal, and they are winless this season when trailing at the half.
Well, that needs to change right now. They have the momentum going in here to the second half. A nice goal there to finish out that second period. We just need to keep things clean in the back. I mean, they can get the goals. They're good offensively, but they just can't keep giving up the goals cheaply there on the defensive third.
So the Dallas Sidekicks and the Ontario Fury ready to begin the second half here at the Allen Event Center. We'll see who the Sidekicks put out for their first 5 here to begin the second half. Sidekicks spending some extra time in the huddle here. We've seen a pretty animated Simone Bozes out there tonight. But this is a players-only huddle. Videla will start out as the target man up front. Jamie Lovegrove will also play a forward position, begin the third quarter. Ritter will play in the midfield. Benning and Ellis will play in the back for Dallas. And, of course, Juan Gamboa in goal. On the other end, Joey Capinos in goal for the Fury. It'll be Leonardo de Oliveira kicking off. Fury with possession to begin the third quarter, leading 4-3. And immediately Ellis chases down a ball in the corner for Dallas. De Abreu trying to set up a goal for Capinos, but Gamboa makes the save, and Dallas on the counterattack turns it over. And the Fury back into the attacking third with De Oliveira marked by Ellis. De Oliveira playing into the corner for De Abreu, but it gets knocked away by Ritter. De Oliveira with a shot wide left, headed by Ritter, then knocked up in the air off the head of Ellis and grabbed by Gamboa.
Well, really nice save by Gamboa there early here. Started the third period coming across and smothering that shot.
Lovegrove controlling for the Sidekicks to Gamboa. Fury dropping back, no pressure on Gamboa as he plays it to the feet of Videla. Back to TJ Nelson. Lovegrove traps it with the right boot. Lays it back for Gamboa. One touch pass right back to Lovegrove. Kim chasing it down. Nestor Hernandez is the target, but it skips into the hands of the keeper, Capinos. We played just over a minute of the third quarter. The Fury with a 4-3 lead. All 7 goals coming in the second quarter of this game. Capinos all the way to the Dallas line. Cisse plays it back. The one-timer goes well wide. This is set up for Reyes, and Gamboa makes himself big and makes the save. It comes out to Lovegrove. Alegwe to Lovegrove. Lovegrove chips it with the right foot, but Capinos has it.
Lovegrove did a nice job of getting that ball out from underneath his feet to get that strike off. It was kind of stuck underneath him for a moment. Did a nice job of getting it out from underneath of him.
Caceres sends it to the midfield. A shot from distance. Gamboa makes the save. Cleared by Nelson. Alegwe gets it back for Dallas. Nestor Hernandez plays into space. Alegwe catches up to it as he's marked there by Elenas. A foul called and a free kick coming up.
And Jim Mills on the far side there. Good 30 yards away, makes the call.
Fury restart play in their own end. Send up the right side to Gonzalez. This is Nunez, marked by Nelson along the wall. Nunez playing it back to Caceres. Caceres looks upfield, instead plays it to Capinos, the keeper. Changes made by the Fury. With just over 12 minutes to play, Reyes receives the pass marked by Couch. Reyes in a real battle there, maintains possession, then lays it off for Gonzalez. Dumped in the corner for Nunez. Nelson is there for Dallas. Nelson wins the ball, finds Aligwe, who turns right into Gonzalez, and the Fury control the midfield. It's Gonzalez who plays it back to Capinos, to Gonzalez. Diagonal ball into the corner, headed into the area for Kemp. Chests it, volleys it, misses wide. Out to Ricardinho of Dallas, who finds Alegwe.
For a team that played last night, Pete, they look extremely fresh and very quick.
Alegwe takes down Gonzalez. So the foul on Alegwe. And Thiago Gonzalez looks for a sub. The Fury make the change. De Oliveira has it. Moves up the right wing boards. Picked up by Couch as he crosses the Dallas line. Takes a shot. Misses just wide to the left. And then it comes right back to Gamboa, who smothers it. Ricardinho looking for a target. Rolls it up the middle of the field to no one in particular. Capinos controls at the top of his own arc. To Caceres. Back to Capinos. He finds Elenas. De Oliveira has it, marked by Ellis. De Oliveira just inside the Dallas line. To Reyes. And then it is sent back to Caceres. Capinos, the keeper, has it. Capinos, diagonal ball to De Oliveira, who chested down. Ellis not able to take it away. A shot, high and wide to the right. Skips past Cisse and controlled by Gonzalez. Fury enjoying much of the possession here early in the third quarter. Here's a shot from distance that goes wide of Gamboa. Ricardinho not able to corral it. It's controlled by Thiago Gonzalez. Cisse runs to the bench as the Fury make a change. Capinos to Capinos, the twin brothers. The keeper Joey and the defenseman Jamie. Ellis with a header. Benning also got a head on it and gets it back to Gamboa. Gamboa flings it up the left side for Lovegrove. Lovegrove gets through neutral territory, takes his shot, angles it wide, but it comes to Nestor Hernandez. Hernandez with a left-footed shot on frame, knocked down by Capinos, who finally has control of it.
Hernandez there getting free to get that shot off.
9 minutes to play here in the third quarter. The Sidekicks down a goal. Nestor Hernandez heads it, Alegwe, the closest man to it for the Sidekicks. But it gets batted by Gonzalez. And then sit in the direction of Chico, who has it at the Dallas line, gets tripped up. Ellis and Benning are both there defensively, and a free kick coming up for the Fury straight away from the Dallas line.
Important defensive piece here for the Sidekicks. They really need to get this right and set up.
Quick restart. Left-footed shot blocked by Ellis, who now heads it to Lovegrove. Lovegrove trying to get around Merritt, but it's Merritt who wins it for Ontario.
Well, you said it. I mean, the possession right now is just all Ontario. Right now, the Sidekicks are looking like the team that played last night.
And the Fury keep running those quick shifts, making wholesale changes here. As Elenas controls it, he plays it to the center circle. Kylie Couch marking the ball, comes back to Elenas. To the right side of the arc, it's Kim, who scored a goal earlier tonight, playing it to the top of the penalty arc. A shot blocked by Nestor Hernandez. And it comes out to Alegua, who's got time and space. Also got numbers. Lovegrove feeds it to the right side, and the Sidekicks miss an open goal.
Lovegrove's being unselfish here, trying to find Couch on that back post. I think he should have probably had to go himself.
Kylie Couch not able to put it away, and now he goes to the bench, and Benning is back over the boards and on the pitch. De Oliveira marked by Nelson. Trying to get around Nelson, who's got it pinned up against the boards right now. De Oliveira frees himself for a shot blocked by Benning. Alegua has it. Alegua trying to get away from the defenders, lays it back to Ritter. Benning for Alegua, intercepted. De Oliveira steps in front of Benning, and it's controlled now by Alex Caceres, the defenseman, who leaves it for Capinos. Gives it to his twin brother Jamie, who holds it down at the bottom of the center circle. Play to Diabreu, marked by Videla. De Oliveira chested down, turns, moves up the right wing boards off the inboards, deflected by Gamboa, and cleared by Benning to Ritter, to Lovegrove. Lovegrove skips over a man. The Sidekicks lose the ball, a man down.
Couldn't really tell what happened there on the boards. See it, great camera work here.
It's Merritt making the sliding tackle, who goes to the ground and might have got kicked in the head there by Lovegrove.
Yeah, it looks like Lovegrove caught a piece of him there, but.
So a timeout with 6:36 to play in the third quarter. It's still the halftime score. Ontario 4 and the Dallas Sidekicks 3. Another look at the action just before the timeout. Jamie Lovegrove with possession. Merritt goes for the sliding tackle and ends up with a face full of shoelace.
Yeah, actually, it looked like, to me, maybe Pete, looked like he caught Jamie's knee. And now you have Steve Parker, the trainer for the Dallas Sidekicks, taking a look at the knee of Jamie Lovegrove. He's in a bit of pain himself.
Yeah, that's a grimace on the face of Lovegrove. Already playing without Cam Brown. Harrisburg is beating Florida tonight, 4-2, clinching a playoff spot. and they'll face the Baltimore Blast in the postseason. It's interesting talking to Jamie. Enjoyed making the trip to some of the bigger arenas like Baltimore this year.
Yeah, some of the old mainstays in the indoor soccer, Baltimore, Kansas City, St. Louis. Some great venues.
Sidekicks trying to get back on the big stage, but will miss the playoffs with their second straight losing record, but trying to build for the future. This is Chico, who's being marked by Kylie Couch, as the Fury control, as they have much of the third quarter, still only leading by one. Not only have they had possession, but a lot of it's been on this end of the field. Videla trying to run it out of the back for Dallas, is pinned up against the boards, and it is Gonzalez who wins it for the Fury. Gives it to Elenas, who sends it back to the keeper. Capinos drives it to the corner. This is Chico with possession. Sends it back to Elenas. And now Caceres, marked by Ricardinho, plays it back to the keeper, Capinos, as we wind our way down to the final 5.5 minutes of the third quarter. Sidekicks scored the last goal in this game just before intermission. It was Ritter's 9th goal of the season that made it a one-goal game. And that's where we stand. Nestor Hernandez putting pressure on the ball, but it's the Fury who maintain possession. Oh, a nice ball into space. Centered into the area, but Gamboa makes the save to 9. Chico, his second goal of the game.
Two big saves by Gamboa here in the third period, keeping the Sidekicks in it.
Sidekicks across the Ontario line. Clark Benning controlling, gets it back to Ricardinho. Benning has it in the corner. Ricardinho nutmegs Kim, but turns it over. Kim up the right side. In the corner, gets boarded by Benning, and that's going to be 2 minutes in the box for Benning, and a second power play opportunity tonight for this Ontario side that converted on their first power play opportunity, and it appears as though Tino Nunez may be shaken up. Pardon me, it's not Nunez. Nunez is okay, but there's still a man down in the corner.
Yeah, and I looked at me, like Benning got into him a little bit, shoulder to shoulder. Let's see here on the replay.
It's Kim.
Yeah, just kind of got into him a little bit hard. Gets him to the boards.
Certainly nothing intentional there by Benning.
He thought he was going to get more of a shoulder charge back from the Ontario player. He's up and walking, which is good. You see Benning going to the box. Again, that ball's kind of going away from the goal. No really reason to get into the offensive player at that point.
Kim holding his lower back as he walks toward the bench.
But you got to know your officials. Adam Gardner's going to pull the blue card every single time. And knowing that, you just got to be aware of who the official is as well.
So De Abreu will restart play from the corner with a free kick. Dallas down a man, trailing by a goal with 4:36 to play in the third quarter. De Abreu back to Chico, who has one of the goals tonight. This is Caceres to Chico, in the corner to De Abreu. Chico back to Caceres, and then it's deflected over the glass.
Good work there by Lovegrove on the point, getting in that passing lane.
Lovegrove, Ritter, Couch, and Ellis out there defensively for Dallas, playing down a man. Chico to the corner for De Abreu, off the inboards. Chico to the left side, and then a great job by Ellis to send it out to midfield with a sliding tackle. De Abreu into the area. An opportunity there, but Nunez wasn't able to catch all of it. And in the corner, a foul called against the Fury, and a free kick for Dallas out of their own end. playing shorthanded for another 117.
Yeah, and that's by the veteran there, Couch, just using his body, shielding it, and just kind of going down easily there, making the official make the call.
Couch to Lovegrove. Lovegrove will run this one in deep. Across the area to the far side. Here come the Fury. Lovegrove getting back quickly on defense. Boy, Lovegrove's got good speed.
You don't see a forward running back that fast usually, do you?
No.
He did. He made a real good effort to get back as quick as he could.
De Abreu with a one-timer into the area. Chico not able to deflect it on goal, but a shot and a goal coming from the left side of the area. It's a 2-goal lead now for the Fury, and it's their leading scorer, number 9, Leonardo de Oliveira, who scores the goal. His second power play goal of the night makes it 5-3 Fury.
Hey guys, it's safe to say that these Dallas players are playing for a spot on the roster for next season. Coach Bozes told me his plan is to continue to develop the younger players. He says experience has been a disadvantage to them all season long, especially when playing those veteran-heavy teams. My question for you, Pete, is do you sign older players or continue to develop the youth?
Yeah, I think what Simone Bozes would like to do is develop some of that youth, and he feels like they were a little bit snake-bitten this year because some of the young players that he's been spending time with developing really didn't even get a chance to play this year, like Arter Evo, because of injury. Sidekicks find themselves trailing 5-3. They were down 2 goals in the second half at Ontario. They were able to force overtime. That game, the Fury won 11-10. Fury playing their second of 3 games in 3 straight days. They beat El Paso last night, overcoming a 4-0 deficit, and they play at Chicago tomorrow. Back to even strength now. Benning not able to get it to Nelson. Cisse is there defensively, and now Reyes controls for the Fury. Through traffic, Gamboa leaves a rebound. Chico not able to put it away. Ricardinho chips it beyond halfway, knocked down by Videla. Nestor Hernandez making a run into an open space, what was an open space, marked by Merritt as he goes into the corner, along the end boards, into the area. It's loose in front of the goal, but the Fury are able to clear it. Kylie Couch has it for Dallas. Ricardinho to Nelson. Nelson to the top of the arc, a shot, and it rises above the crossbar and comes out to Hernandez. A turnover. Nestor Hernandez chasing it down for the Sidekicks, getting it to Gamboa. Up the middle for Couch. Has space of the middle, plays to Nelson to his left. Nelson moves to his right, back to his left, fires on goal! He has scored! Making it a 1-goal game again with 1:44 to play the third. TJ Nelson buries the shot, keeping Dallas in the game.
Well, nice work by TJ TJ there just fakes the defender, brings it back to his left foot. Just minutes earlier, he had a shot with his right foot, showing great touches with both feet. Left foot just blows it right over the top.
6th goal of the year for TJ Nelson, playing his 14th game of the season.
Good work by TJ. I mean, he gave up that early goal there early in the first period, that little back heel, gets a goal back there. He's one of those young players, Pete, that,
and answering on the other end, almost as quickly as Dallas did in the first half, Kim scores for the Fury the same way Alegwe did for the Sidekicks in the second quarter.
How many times do we see it, Pete? I mean, that's just a defensive mental lapse. That's all that really is. It's just a mental lapse, and we've seen it time and time again tonight, throughout the season.
So Kim gets the goal that makes it 6-4. I was about to tell you that Kylie Couch, playing in his 5th game, had his 3rd assist on the Nelson goal. But Juno Kim puts the Fury right back up by 2. Gamboa drives this one in deep. Looking for a leg way. It goes over the glass.
It's going to be on the top of the arc there for a free kick. Sidekicks are making changes here for the set piece.
They're trying to determine which side of the corner flag that was on, and it is going to be a free kick from the top of the arc for Dallas.
Well, I like that early ball from Gamboa there. He just plays it on the top, doesn't sit on it, doesn't try to work it on the back, mixes it up, plays it direct. It's a good opportunity here for Ricardinho on top of the ball.
Caceres assisted on the Kim goal at 13-23. Now Ricardinho with the free kick for Dallas. Lays it off, and Ellis trying to roll it in, but it gets smothered there by Capinos.
Yeah, I don't think Ellis wasn't happy with that pass. I think that ball kind of popped up on that turf.
This is De Abreu for the Fury. He's running toward the open door as the Fury make a change. With less than a minute to play in the 3rd quarter. Coming over the boards, it's Reyes. This ball is played to Nunez. He goes down, and Ritter finds Ricardinho. He gets pushed around a little bit and sends it in the direction of Capinos, who stands just inside the area and on 2 bounces grabs hold of it. As we wind our way down toward a half minute remaining in the 3rd quarter, the Fury leading Dallas 6-4. De Oliveira gets it in the corner, marked by Ricardinho. Tugs at the shirt tail of De Oliveira, who's a goal away from a hat trick. Centers it, and Ritter clears it for Dallas. Alegwe running toward the ball. Gets there before Capinos. And unable to get a shot on goal, though. Out to De Abreu, chested down in midfield. 5 seconds remaining in the period. The Fury dump it in. Gamboa will control as the horn sounds, ending the 3rd quarter. The Fury go to the 4th period at the Allen Event Center, leading the Dallas Sidekicks 6-4 on Spectrum Sports.
look, and you should too. Check out our brand new website to get our green custom jerseys, and look for t-shirts, pullovers, and hats coming soon. Just head on over to DallasSidekicks.com. Keith?
Sidekicks 0-5 when trailing at the half this year. 0-10 when down at the end of the third quarter. This would be a nice night to end all of that.
Yeah, it really would be. I mean, they played well tonight, giving us several cheap goals, but on the offensive end, they've been extremely strong.
De Oliveira scored in 11:38 of the third. It was the first goal of the period. Then Nelson scored for Dallas at 13-16. 7 seconds later, Kim scored for the Fury. That's the fastest goal against the Sidekicks following a Dallas goal in franchise history. Here's a shot from the top of the arc with the left foot, and it's blocked. And it comes out to Gonsalves. De Oliveira with 2 goals tonight, both with the man advantage. Sends this one into the area, blocked by Kylie Couch. Sent back into the area, and a back heel effort is knocked down by Gamboa. Kim trying to score again. He's already got 2 goals tonight for the Fury.
Yeah, Kim's been really good on both ends tonight.
Kim also scored last night in El Paso, so it's been a good road trip for Geno Kim.
Yeah, this Ontario squad has some really solid players. Kim's one of them. Do it on both ends.
This is Lovegrove to TJ Nelson. Nelson's one of the young players I know that you've been pretty impressed with.
Yeah, TJ's had a good night tonight. Just been good throughout the season. There's a good future in front of him.
Gonsalves controlling for the Fury, gets it to Capinos. Pressure coming from Videla. Capinos drives it deep into the corner. Gonsalves trying to play it into the area, turns it over. Nelson gets spilled in neutral territory on the Dallas side of halfway, and is holding his side as he lays on the ground.
I think as Nelson was going to the ground here, you'll see on the replay, just kind of gets tripped up and then lands right on top of that ball, and that ball's not very forgiving.
Trying to stretch it out, may have also scraped his elbow on the turf a little bit. Lovegrove has it. Lovegrove dumps it in. Controlled by Gonsalves. Alegwe is there trying to win the ball back for Dallas, but it's played to Capinos. Up the right wing boards for De Oliveira. He goes down on the ground, rolling on the turf as it's turned over. Lovegrove up the middle. Lovegrove to the corner, plays it off the inboards. It comes to Cisse, and Cisse gets it to Reyes as the Fury begin to counterattack. De Oliveira slows things down just a bit as the Fury make changes.
Yeah, I mean, the Fury's making 2 changes to every 1 change the Sidekicks are making right now. That's why they look like they're really the fresher team, even having played last night.
Merrick from distance, a riser over the crossbar. Dallas not able to clear it. Kim controls, and he'll play it back to Caceres. We've played nearly 2.5 minutes of the fourth quarter. Sidekicks are down 6-4, but having trouble getting possession here in the second half. Gamboa drives it to the corner. It's over the head of Ellis, and it caroms past Ellis. Nestor Hernandez knocks it down. Ellis at the top of the arc. Back to Hernandez. Off the inboards into the area. Clear to the side. Back to Hernandez. Through the area to the near corner. But there for the Fury is Caceres. Turned over to Ellis. Ellis with a shot. Just misses high and wide to the right. And Alegwe controls for the Sidekicks. Gets it to Ricardinho. Nestor Hernandez scored the Sidekicks' first goal of the game. Gets it to Ricardinho up the right wing boards to Ellis. Ellis turns away and then turns it over. Couch redirects it to Ricardinho. Alegwe in the corner for Dallas. Sweeps it in the area. Ricardinho just missed. And Capinos covers it up.
Yeah, Capinos is lucky there. Ricardinho makes a nice run. Alegwe finds him here. Alegwe on the ball. Sees Ricardinho making the run through. Just catches the inside of the post and doesn't go in.
Fury with possession, just over 11 minutes to play as Capinos sends it to the Dallas line. Controlled by Nunez. This is Cisse. Cisse playing it back to Caceres. Caceres just holding the ball in front of the Dallas bench. Now gets it back to Capinos. Back in the attacking third now. And the ball is sent over the glass, and goalkeeper distribution coming up for Gamboa.
Yeah, and I think you'll see that shot there. Gamboa does a nice job of getting a piece of his toe on it, deflecting it wide. I think Gamboa's had a pretty nice night tonight, Pete. I mean, he really has played well.
Has a save percentage of nearly 71% this year, goals against average of about 5.6. And you're right, he's kept him in the game tonight. Not only with his ability to make the saves, but also with distribution like this, intended for Ritter, who controls it as he chests it down in the corner. Gets it back to Ellis. The wall pass to Aguayo. Dallas is 0-17 when trailing at the end of the third quarter to Simone Boses here, but Dela nearly had a big-time goal with a scissor kick.
Yeah, Jim Mills is on top of it. There's a handball by the keeper, Capinos. That all started with Fidela with a nice overhead scissors kick.
Here's another look at it. Capinos outside the area there, can no longer handle the ball. And now we're going to get a yellow card for dissent. And I don't know what they're arguing about.
No, I don't either. He's well outside the area. It's a tough angle to see from where we're at, but Mills is right on top of it.
Jamie Capinos getting the yellow card. So that'll be a 5-minute misconduct. Dallas will be on the power play because of the handball.
Yeah, some great work by the crew. Well, from that angle, that would be close. That would be really close. I think the biggest gripe they may have is that Jim Mills made the call from the far side. Well, it is going to be a free kick for the Sidekicks there, and the Sidekicks really have to take advantage of this opportunity.
This is their first power play opportunity of the night. And the power play has not been the best this season for the Sidekicks. They're 11th in the league, converting just under 35% of the time. They're 17 of 47 on the power play.
And again, I mean, the Sidekicks haven't been very crisp on these set pieces tonight. You'd like to see them take a timeout, Pete, and just get a board out, draw it up, make sure everybody's on the same page.
Ricardinho, the trigger man. No, it's Lovegrove, and he scores on a direct kick into the goal. Can't score any faster than that on the power play.
Well,
1 second in.
I guess they didn't need to draw that up. That was executed very cleanly, and exactly what the Sidekicks needed.
Jamie Lovegrove scores the power play goal that makes it 6-5.
And that wall just kind of came apart. Defensive player for Ontario leaves his feet, which you never want to do in that situation. Capinos is still arguing with the officials, saying that he was inside the box with his hand when he handled the ball. But I haven't seen a game yet, Pete, where they've changed it.
Yeah, right? Yeah, you can argue all you want. Alegwe trying to get it back to Ricardinho, got sandwiched. Sidekicks with a little more pep in their step after that Jamie Lovegrove blast has brought them back to within a goal.
There's a really good timeout by Ontario. Step and flow a little bit, regroup. Playoffs are on the line for them.
They have to win their remaining games. Starting last night in El Paso, they had a 3-game road trip in 3 days. They fell behind in that game last night 4-0, but they were able to come back and win it 6-5, keeping El Paso winless on the season. They'll also need a win here tonight, and then they'll need to win tomorrow in Chicago, and that will keep them at least mathematically alive. They'll also need a Tacoma loss. Tacoma has the tiebreakers. Battling in that Pacific Division for second place behind San Diego. Sonora has dominated the Sidekicks division this year, and of course, had that big win over Dallas last week. They're undefeated at home, 7-3 on the road. They have a goal differential of plus 96. Sonora's 15-3. Baja will come out of the Southwest Division as the second place team. Kansas City and Milwaukee have clinched playoff berths in the Central Division. Baltimore and Harrisburg in the Eastern Division.
Yeah, it's going to be a great playoffs for Major Arena Soccer League. Unfortunately, the Sidekicks aren't going to be in it this year, but let's see if they can finish off this season on a good note.
Yeah, they'd like to end this 3-game losing streak and have a come-from-behind victory here at home in front of what's been a fantastic crowd tonight at the Allen Events Center. They've been into the game from the first touch. That Jamie Lovegrove blast on the restart for the power play has certainly infused the crowd. And it also led to this Ontario timeout. As you said, trying to stem the tide a little bit. De Oliveira scored 2 power play goals, not able to get off a shot from the right wing boards. Wins it back, sends it through the area. Ritter is there for Dallas. Right on target to a leg way. Chested down, takes a shot from the line, but the Pinos has the save and rolls it out to De Abreu. We're down to the final 9:13. Kim to the left side for De Oliveira, who has scored a goal into the far side netting, giving the Fury a 7-5 lead. It's a hat trick tonight for De Oliveira. De Oliveira coming into the game tonight had 36 points. He now has 24 goals.
Well, De Oliveira is some player. I mean, we talked about him before the game started, how good he is on the ball, and he's showing it tonight. Just your classic Brazilian indoor player. I mean, just very crafty with his feet, deceptive, just a handful. I mean, he's one of those players, Pete, that you would say back in the old MISL days. I mean, he could have made a name for himself back in those days.
He's kind of built for the indoor game, isn't he?
He really is. You think of the Stankovic's, you think of the Kai Hoskabys of the world, the Mike Sweeney's. He could have been a good one back in the day. He's tearing it up this year for Ontario.
Lovegrove has the ball in midfield, and once again is a 2-goal deficit for Dallas. A leg way in the corner. Nestor Hernandez trying to deflect that one, but not able to get it past Capinos as the shot came from Aguayo. And this is Gonsalves racing across halfway. De Abreu loses it. Lovegrove with time and space up the left wing side, all the way to the Ontario line. Lovegrove to Hernandez on the back post, and Dallas scores a goal once again, down by only 1.
Well, that was all Jimmy Lovegrove right there coming up that left flank. As we'll see here, just looks up, he's trying to find Nestor Hernandez on that back post. I'm not sure Hernandez gets a touch on the ball, but you tell you what, you just find that back post, good things happen. And then Lovegrove to the rescue here.
Maybe Lovegrove's goal.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the keeper Kapinski there for Ontario was thinking. I mean, he's going back post the entire way.
They've given Lovegrove his second goal of the game. Now, can Dallas get the equalizer here?
Or better yet, can we go a minute without them getting a goal?
Can we go more than 7 seconds? There's a ball dumped in the corner. There's a whistle that stops play. Dallas is going to have a free kick out of their own end. Gamboa restarts play, putting it at the feet of Ellis. Right back to Gamboa. Here comes pressure from Nunez. And again, the officials have stopped play.
I think maybe a warning, a bench warning.
Mills, the official, Jim Mills, giving a bench warning to the Sidekicks.
But the last thing you want to do is do something really ill-advised there from the bench. When you're only 1 goal down with 7 minutes to go.
Ellis back to Gamboa. Videla heads it to Nestor Hernandez. Hernandez fires, and it's deflected by Capinos wide. Elenas is there for the Fury. Ricardinho goes down, no call. Reyes plays it to midfield for the Fury. Knocked down by Nunez. Dallas feverishly trying to get the ball back. And getting tripped up was De Abreu.
Yeah, Ricardinho there is having some choice words with Jim Mills. He thought he was fouled here on the corner. Mills swallowed the whistle. But this is where the Sidekicks need to keep their composure. You don't want to give up a silly foul here. Play a player down.
Elenas with the free kick. And he'll play it straight back to the keeper, Capinos. Capinos dumping it in the left corner for De Oliveira, who knocks it down with his chest and has control for the Fury along the boards on the left wing side.
Yeah, I'd like to see a double team here come from somebody to help them out.
Kylie Couch marking the ball. It's blocked by Ricardinho. Merritt.
And right here, Olivier should come back and help double.
De Oliveira moves inside the Dallas line. Kylie Couch shields him off the ball along the end boards. Nestor Hernandez not able to trap it, and the Fury control. Here's Merritt. Was standing on the ball as the clock runs down to 6:40. Cisse calling for the ball as he makes a run up the left side. Reyes plays the wall pass to Cisse in the corner. Back to Merritt. Cisse to Nunez. Back to Cisse. The right wing side for De Oliveira. A shot for Nunez. Gamboa with the save. Distribution to Aligwe. Shouldering Merritt off the ball. Gets it to Ricardinho. Nestor Hernandez, the target of the right side. He's grabbed by Gonsalves, who wins the ball. Gets it to De Oliveira. Taken down from behind by Ricardinho. And they show Ricardinho a blue card. Well, it's not Ricardinho. De Oliveira, the man still down on the field.
Well, Adam Garner got this one absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. There's just absolutely no doubt both Sidekicks defenders were there in front of the Oliveira.
I think they gave the blue card to Aguayo.
Yeah, absolutely got it wrong. I mean, both Sidekick defenders were in front of him. Nothing came from behind. Ontario player De Oliveira just missed on the ball.
And it's Aguayo going to the penalty box. For what?
Well, De Oliveira just kicked the back of the Sidekick player right there. Just kicked right to the back of him. So if anything, it should be a foul on the Ontario player going the other way.
So a timeout before the power play. 5:57 remaining. The Fury have already converted 2 power play goals tonight, and they lead by 1. Ricardinho joining Aguayo in the box. Ricardinho in for descent, and Aguayo in 2 minutes for tripping, giving the Fury a power play. They're 2 for 2 tonight with the man advantage. De Oliveira, the man who was supposedly tripped, scoring both of those power play goals.
Yeah, it's, Ricardinho going into the box is a big miss. Sometimes he works on that power play, defensive power play unit. But this is vital here. The Sidekicks are going to try to kill this off.
Yeah, really, any chance to win, they need to stop here. And the fact that they've given up a man advantage here, and even if the Fury don't score, they just have possession for 2 minutes. It hurts the Sidekicks' chances.
Exactly. And when you go back to the foul again that was called, I mean, the official on the far side who made the call was 40 yards away from it. The other officials 10 feet from it, doesn't blow the whistle. So, but that's over now, and the Sidekicks are just going to have to defend this. And
Ricardinho will be in for 5 minutes.
And that's a big miss. I mean, that hurts because he's the leader, he's the captain.
That means he's basically out for the game.
Exactly.
For regulation, anyway. And you got to be careful in this restart. Remember, this is how we've seen a goal scored tonight. And here's De Oliveira.
Yeah, Aguayo there just gets his foot right in front to win the ball. And
here's the restart, and it's Gamboa making a save. And then Kylie Couch heads it back to him, and Gamboa flings it as far as he can, but he can't get it to Lovegrove.
Gamboa hesitated on that. He double pumped. Should have just let it fly the first time. He had Lovegrove.
Caceres plays to the right wing side for Chico. Comes across to De Oliveira. Pretty cheeky pass. Back to De Oliveira, putting it in the area. Just missing wide to the left, and then the follow-up is good. 3 for 3 on the power play tonight, and the Fury now lead 8-6.
Yeah, just really good work by Ontario here. Just a little give and goes. Miss hit there, comes off the board.
De Abreu getting his 2nd goal of the game.
Easy side-footed by De Abreu. Nothing Gamboa can do on that.
De Abreu making his 15th appearance, now with 8 goals this season, 2 of them here tonight, and with 5:24 to play, the Sidekicks trail the Fury 8-6.
So here we are again, 2 goals down. Can they get one back?
Gamboa to midfield, drives it to Lovegrove, and Capinos picks it out of the air. Reyes at the right side, shadowed by Nelson. Intercepted by the veteran Kylie Couch. Couch with the breakout. He'll take a shot, and he just misses off the crossbar. Comes back to Cisse. Reyes pushed into the boards by Kylie Couch. And Kylie Couch is fuming. And Andy Reyes is still on the ground.
Yeah, again, looked like Kylie Couch just kind of stood his ground.
It's a foul on Couch. Gonsalves with the restart. Drives it toward the corner. It's an open goal, and it's headed in. There won't be an easier goal this season for Ontario. Chico scores his 2nd goal of the game. Boy, and we've seen this before, Dev. The Sidekicks start to fall apart in the 4th quarter of a close game. Chico Cordero gets the header here.
Yeah, Chico does a job. Lifts it in. Boa comes off the high glass above the crossbar and just finishes it with his head.
Can't miss from there.
No, you really can't. Good play by Chico. But, again, went back to your comment. Yeah, it's the 4th quarter collapse again, and they worked so hard to get back to this game, and now the Sidekicks going into the 6th attacker. I mean, you never say it's over here.
Now 4.5 minutes in indoor soccer can be a long time. And here's the extra attacker, Cody Ellis, the 6th man, and a tribute to Cameron Brown. They're using Brown's white kit for the 6th attacker jersey tonight. And there's a goal for Lovegrove with the 6th attacker. The Sidekicks pull one back. Now trail by 2.
Tell you what, there's no quit in this Sidekicks game tonight. I mean, Sidekicks will show persevering here, not dropping their heads. Jimmy Lovegrove just on fire there, that left side there with his right foot.
Sidekicks will stay with the extra attacker. DeSaris trying to find Kim. Here's Jamie Lovegrove. Pushes it ahead. The Pinos comes out of the area, sends it to midfield where it's knocked down by Nestor Hernandez. It's De Oliveira who has it for the Fury. Hernandez wins the ball back for Dallas. No call. Ellis has it. Nelson. Back to Ellis. Sends it over the glass. And that's going to give the Fury a free kick from the top of the penalty yard.
See Ellis there kind of complaining to his forwards. Come back with a little bit more of an angle to play that ball in.
Nelson, Lovegrove, and Hernandez setting up the one now to Leagueway.
Who do you think is going to go to here?
De Oliveira, and he scores through traffic. Finds the far side netting, and the Fury now lead 10-7 with 3:42 to play. They've been great on restarts tonight.
Yeah, they really had. I mean, you got to know who it's going to. It's going to De Oliveira. And he just side foots it through traffic. Couch just sees it late.
Here's an idea, maybe mark number 9.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we talked about it a little bit earlier. I mean, you know, when he gets the ball in the corners, we come back and double team a little bit. And, you know, credit to the Fury, though. I mean, they're a solid club.
And give De Oliveira credit. He scores a nice goal there through traffic, but you can't give him that kind of space, that kind of time to pick a spot. Sidekicks with the 6th attacker. Ellis. By the way, before the night gets away from us, Cody Ellis, that guy has played hard all season long. One of the best two-way players in the MASL.
Absolutely. Fabulous player. Had a really great season last year, another great season this year. I know he's frustrated with how things have come out this year as far as for the team.
He takes a shot here, blocked by Cisse, out of play. Ellis is one of those guys, I think he can play 60 minutes.
Yeah, he has a big motor in him.
Simone Bowes like to say he's got 3 lungs. Ball finally returned to play here. We're down to the final 3:11 of the season for the Dallas Sidekicks, looking for their 8th win of the year. Nestor Hernandez with a shot. It's blocked. Boy, he had some MPHs on that, and a man is down in the area for the Fury.
Yeah, official stopped it right away. A head injury. He took it full force from Nestor Hernandez.
Another look at the Nestor Hernandez blast. Oh man, that was I think that's Thiago Gonçalves. Steve Parker, who's part of the Sidekicks training staff, is out there as well. I'm not sure Nestor Hernandez can fire it with any more power than that.
Nah, he unloaded on that. Took the full force of it right there in his head. And I think this was actually on target. If he doesn't get a head on it, this may be right in the corner. Yeah, you hate to see it, especially this indoor game, so fast and furious. Sometimes you can't even get out of the way if you want to. So Steve Parker, the Dallas Sidekick trainer, like you said, Pete's down there taking a look.
Talking to Cam Bramble for the game tonight, and one of the things he raved about was the Sidekicks, the training staff of the Sidekicks, and the great job that they've done, and Steve Parker's a big part of that.
They've been a very busy staff this season, taking care of a lot of these injuries. again, I mean, there's 2 minutes, 59 seconds left. Indoor soccer, lots of things can happen still.
It is Thiago Gonçalves who's sitting up now.
So what I'd like to see right now is ask the official, where's that ball going to be played at? Where is he going to set that ball at for this restart? And Sidekicks should figure that out and then figure out how defensively they're going to play that.
You know, it's interesting. Fabinho's out there. I think he's a translator out there for the guys. Remember Ricardinho, who also speaks Portuguese, a Brazilian player. I believe he's still in the box for descent. In fact, he is. So Fabinho, who's also a Brazilian, comes out there and helping out the training staff, asking questions, I'm assuming in Portuguese.
Portuguese, absolutely.
And that's the first time Fabinho's been on the field tonight. He is suited up. And you know, we're getting to that point of these guys, this may be the last time we see Fabinho and Ricardinho.
Yeah, that very well could be. I don't know what their plans are for next season or what the coaching staff's plans are, but I'll tell you what, Ricardinho, I think he can still play. I mean, obviously he's lost a step, but his soccer smarts go way beyond that step, and he's just a good role model for the rest of these young players, and learning from him is a second to none.
Kylie Couch, another one of those guys, veteran player. You wonder how many more years he can play. So this is, you don't see this very often in indoor soccer, but similar to what you see a lot in the outdoor game. It's a free kick, and the Fury will just give it right back to Dallas.
You know, I'm a little surprised by that, to be honest with you.
You don't see it very often in the indoor game. Nelson will head it from the corner. Cisse bicycles it back toward midfield. Ellis controls it there for Dallas with 2.5 minutes remaining in the Sidekick season. Down 10-7, playing with the extra attacker. Nestor Hernandez with a shot. It's too high. It's off the glass. Capinos controls it before Legway can get a head on it. Cisse is the target. Ellis retreating. Nestor Hernandez pushes Cisse off the ball, and Ellis controls it as it moves into the area.
I see Hernandez again going back and playing defense, getting back, doing it on both ends. Late here in the fourth period, still getting back.
Hernandez to Lovegrove. Back to Hernandez for Ellis. Tees it up, rolls it to the top of the arc. Videla had his shirt tail caught before he shoots and scores. It's a 2-goal game. The Fury up 10-8 with a minute 52 to play.
Yeah, pretty crafty here by Videla. Gets the ball from Ellis up at the point, makes a turn, gets on top of the ball, bounces underneath the defender's foot, and just finishes it.
It was Andy Reyes that had a hold of it, but he spun out of it and got the shot off. It brings Dallas to within 2. Caceres just sends this one in deep for the Fury, and it bounces over the glass, stopping the clock with a minute 44 to play. Goalkeeper distribution for Cody Ellis.
So back in the day of the old rules, that ball would have came back to the top of the D, but that ball came out of bounds from the keeper kicking it out of bounds.
Ellis across halfway to Nestor Hernandez, right back to Ellis. Less than a minute and a half to play. Nelson to Videla, backfield pass intended for a legway, looking for a handball. No call forthcoming.
I think the ball kind of bounced up and hit the hand. The hand didn't really play the ball.
Ball to hand. Videla traps it. Marked by Merritt. Ellis in front of the Dallas bench. Switches the attack to Hernandez on the right side. TJ Nelson right back to Nestor Hernandez. Ellis puts it on his right foot. Play to Nelson. Finds Lovegrove open on the left side. Back to Hernandez. Shot deflected. Nelson trying to get to it. The Fury not able to clear it just yet. Kim at his own line has it deflected by Ellis to the near side boards. Nestor Hernandez off the chest of Videla. Down to 23 seconds. Ellis fires, blocked. Lupinos clears. 15 seconds remaining as Lovegrove gets to it. Lovegrove from halfway drives one into the seats with just under 8 seconds remaining. It appears as though the Sidekicks will finish this season 7-13 with 5 wins and 5 losses here at the Allen Event Center. Meanwhile, Ontario keeping their playoff hopes alive as they improve to 10-8.
Give a lot of credit to this Ontario club coming in here, playing last night, sneaking out a win, coming in here and just getting the job done, keeping their playoff hopes alive.
Legway not able to get to the ball, time running out, and the season comes to a close. The Sidekicks fall to the Fury 10-8, losing their first meeting this season in overtime. These two teams have fought hard twice this season. Both times it's the Fury that comes out on top. Simone Bozes finishes his second season as the head coach of the Dallas Sidekicks. And the Sidekicks have had back-to-back losing seasons in this rebuilding era.
Yeah, it's been a really tough go here this past 2 years. You see improvements. You see improvements, but then you see a step back. And just like tonight's game. I mean, you score a goal and you give up a goal 30 seconds later. You score a goal, you give up another goal a minute later. And, it's just that building process. Up top they look great, they look strong, Pete. But I think really going into the next season, they're going to have to find somebody a young, solid player in the back who can step in and just take control.
Well, let's hear from the head coach of the Dallas Sidekicks. He's standing by with Whitley Pleasant.
Coach, this team has a lot of fight, even though they were down and out of the playoffs. What does this say about your team?
Look, I think that from a statistical perspective, I can see where somebody will look at this and say, hey, we're not growing. We did the same record as last season. But what people understand is that we lost more games by 1 goal. We played the first and the second place team 4 times. San Diego twice. I mean, we played some big teams and we were winning it. Still kind of a green team. We still need that experience. And then this season, to tell you the truth, what I did not, and I'm going to take personal responsibility, I signed only a certain amount of players to keep working to grow that. And then, we had like 5 full season injuries, and that just threw me way behind to try to catch up, and as the other people develop and try to get into the rhythm of this league. I think this is, like I said, a 3 to 5 year process. We're year 2. I think everybody here that even came today would like to see the team further along. So would we. So would the players. It is what it is. Keep working, going to the grinder, adding some more players next season to have a full roster. Hopefully some injured players come back, and then we have something to look forward for next season.
Since this is your second year being head coach, what are you most proud of right now?
This is what people don't understand. We grab guys that have never played indoor game at this level, and before the Sidekicks, when they came back in 2012, it was the PSL, it was not the MASL, and so I'm proud that on teams like Baltimore, like Sonora, we played them. Here at home we played them head to head. San Diego here, of course out on the road we had some difficult times. Kansas, these are teams that have been around forever. They've not stopped since 2004 when the Sidekicks went away. So I think that growth, and we talked about it with the boys in the locker room, that's the thing that I'm most proud of, that we're almost there. And I think this is almost there. People get high expectations, which is good. So do we. But the truth of the matter is we're 2 years. The majority of the guys have 2 seasons on them. They don't have 5, 6, 7, 8 seasons on them.
Coach, you mentioned adding more players to the roster during the offseason, but what are some other offseason moves that you're expected to make?
No, just add more players, and hopefully recruit back the guys who got injured. Hopefully they're not, lifetime injuries. Hopefully they're just normal injuries that just were, unfortunately took in place in the 4 or 5 months of the season goes. But I think that's about it. Just keep adding to the group, and letting the group grow and develop itself.
Really quick, Coach, what would you like to say to the fans who've stuck by your side?
Oh, thank you guys for coming and supporting in this development process that we've been going through. Thank you for the support. It's been always, I think, great. Today's shows, and also, too, the fact that the entertainment level, I think, is really high for everybody who comes. If you love soccer, today's a good game, no matter if we won or lost.
All right, thank you, Coach, and good luck.
Thank you, guys.
All right, send it back to you, Pete.
All right, Simone Bozes continuing the rebuilding process here with the Dallas Sidekicks. Tonight, the Ontario Fury prevail 10-8. Tune in for college basketball action on Spectrum Sports Monday night, February 27th, when the Troy Trojans visit the UTA Mavericks. We'll have the game for you Monday night at 7 o'clock. Be sure to follow us on Twitter. That's at SpecSportsTX. You can also check us out online at myspectrumsports.com. For Dev Reeves and the entire Spectrum Sports crew, I'm Pete Stein saying so long and good night from the Allen Event Center, where the Sidekicks lose the season finale to Ontario 10-8.